Alright, we're live. So, we're live in Bordeaux. I'm with Mike Foster.
Hey, how you going?
How you doing, mate?
Yes.
If you think you're hearing two Australian accents, it's because you are.
Yes, indeed.
And so Mike's from Map Bordeaux. He knows this city inside out. What I figured in going live is I'll do a little introduction while no one's watching about who I am.
Good idea.
You can do an introduction after who you are. And then by then, hopefully some people will be watching, telling us if it's working. And we'll go for a little stroll, right?
Let's do it.
So, me, if you don't know what you're watching right now, you're watching a tram go past in Bordeaux, essentially.
Hey.
But I'm Oliver G. I'm the guy that does the Earful podcast. I'm traveling around the whole of France in a big love heart shape on a scooter with my fiance, which isn't you. It's my fiance Lena, who's not here right now.
She's better looking than I should imagine.
You haven't met her, but you're correct. And then yeah, I'm a podcaster basically, and we're just going to take you for a little walk around this city. But who are you, Mike Foster?
So I'm an expat living here in Bordeaux for the last 11 years. I work with Map Bordeaux, which is the first free city guide. Well, that's it there in English. And essentially we're just going to walk around, check out the sights, and you know, show you what we do in Bordeaux.
That's exactly it. Okay, so I see people are watching. People are saying good morning. Karen says good morning. Well, afternoon for us.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Good
morning, Karen.
Good morning.
So what we're going to do, first I'll give you a loop of where we are, and then Mike, you're going to give us some tips on some things to say. I'm going to turn the camera around.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so what we're looking at, I'll start on you, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do, just so you know as well, Mike, we're going to do a walk of about 5-10 minutes towards that imposing structure at the other end.
That's right.
Before I do a full, what are we going to do, a 30-minute walk for subscribers?
Sounds about right.
Your favourite walk in the whole...
This is the way that I walk to work every single day.
Okay.
More or less.
But let's start with the tip for people. Where are we standing right now, this street, and why is it important?
Okay, so this is Place de la Comédie. It's the central heart of Bordeaux. What we have is behind me, I'm not sure if you see that, are there? Yeah, so that's the Grand Hotel de Bordeaux. That's where all of the luxury people stay. It's got a bit of a price tag, but it's beautiful inside.
Is there always a jackhammer?
There's not always a jackhammer, but they try to do a regular works around town, which is a good thing, I suppose.
Because it's booming Bordeaux, isn't it?
Yeah, it is booming Bordeaux in more ways than one.
What about this thing?
Over here is the Grand Theatre of Bordeaux. The Grand Theatre is an opera structure. It's been there since, what was the date, Ollie?
I think it's about 1780.
That's right, and they still have opera, concerts and theatre. And behind me over there, see that start of the street over there is the Rue Sainte-Catherine, and this is a longest pedestrian street that goes all the way for around about 5 kilometers. It's one of the longest in Europe.
Well, you know what I say, Mike?
Let's do it.
I say it's a walk show, so let's get walking.
Walk, walk, walk.
So Wendy Cox, she says hello from Canada.
Hey, Canadian.
Hello, Wendy.
Hey.
So what we're doing for all you guys that are just tuning in, I'm with Mike Foster. We're in Bordeaux. It's the first time I've been here in 10 years or something.
Yeah, when you're a young man, right?
Right, exactly right. And we're going to walk past the jackhammer. Can we cross in front of the tram? How does it work?
Quickly.
Okay, let's do it.
That's a tip for viewers.
He beeped at you.
Yeah, when walking in Bordeaux, the trams are not separated from the pedestrian areas.
Right.
Be very careful. They take a long time to stop.
Okay, now we need to get past the jackhammer as quickly as possible. Yeah. So we're going to walk around them. Send us in your questions, your thoughts, your ideas, and especially your questions about Bordeaux. That's one thing. So you're going to be on the podcast, mate.
Yeah, we're going to do that later.
What are we going to talk about?
Oh, life in Bordeaux, what it's like, the changes.
So there might be people watching. I mean, we already know there are people watching around the world who don't know how accessible this city might be.
Yeah, you're right. The city is... from Paris, I should imagine a lot of people arrive in Paris, and you know this, Ollie, from living in Paris, that the trip down to Bordeaux now is really accessible. They put a new TGV line in over a year ago, and you can be in Bordeaux from Paris in around about 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
All right.
So it's a really nice way of seeing the country of the Greater France.
That's pretty insane. What, 2.5 hours from Paris to Bordeaux?
Fast train, TGV.
Has that changed things around here?
Definitely, a lot more Parisians.
Is that true?
That is true. A lot of people sometimes would have their homes in Bordeaux, and then they would go to Paris for work during the week. obviously have accommodation there. So we have seen an increase of Parisians. The Bordelais had mixed feelings about this.
Is that what they call the Bordelais?
The Bordelais. People from Bordeaux are known as the Bordelais or the Bordelaises if they're ladies.
Right.
So yeah, there was a lot of Parisians making Bordeaux their new home. And there was mixed talks about the accessibility, and like anything, you know, when there's a good kept secret, people like to keep it like that, I think.
So Bordeaux is like the secret of France that everybody knows.
I think it's one of the upcoming cities in France that's already changed enormously and is only going to continue to grow.
Where are you from in Australia?
I'm from Sydney,
Ah.
Northern Beaches.
We just got a hello from Melbourne.
Hey, Melbourne.
From Anthony Webb. How you doing, Anthony?
Hey, nice. Atomic Coffee rules.
What's that?
Well, there used to be a coffee shop down in Brunswick called Atomica, I believe.
Well, there you go. That's what you get with a live video.
Random.
So what we're doing, if you're just tuning in, me and Mike, 2 Australians in Bordeaux,
Yes, sir.
and he's just showing us, well, we're essentially walking along what you said was the longest commercial street in the whole of Europe.
Well, that was back there, and what we're doing is
I figured it continued.
no, it stopped back there.
It's not that long, man.
That's okay. We can go. We're not going to get run over.
Can we go?
We can go
All right.
quickly.
God, this city is dangerous. I'll tell you my observation about Bordeaux.
Yeah.
We're almost at our destination already.
Yeah. Well, it's a short, quick walk.
I'll let them see it. They don't want to see us.
No, probably not.
Okay, so my observation, expensive.
Yes.
What an expensive city.
Yeah,
I came in without booking a hotel. 120 euros for a really average hotel for the night.
Yeah. Well, that's also goes with the a developing city becomes more more competition on buying accommodation.
Do you think I'm scaring tourists away?
When you say it like that, but it's part of like two sorts of tourism. You can arrive like yourself and try to grab an accommodation off the cuff. But my recommendation would be book in advance, so you get the good prices.
Mike,
Yes.
is that a boat?
Oh yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. That's
so
a
we're that
cruiser.
close to the water?
Yes. We get a lot of cruise ships coming up. The Garonne, which is the river coming out from the Atlantic, because it's deep enough. We get lots of large tourist operators on cruise ships coming in every year. And this is Place de la Quinconce.
Now, Quinconce was an interesting word when I looked it on the map. Quinconces. That's a great Scrabble score.
Yeah, well, for us Anglophone, it's always you know, going to do somersaults in our mind when we need to write that down.
And didn't you say this was one of the biggest squares or something as well?
Yeah, so this is one of the largest squares in Europe.
But mate, they're not really doing anything with it. It's just a big square. It's like a car park.
Exactly. So what they do is that throughout the year they do planned events to have Bordeauxn'ts, so like large flea markets. They have sometimes concerts. When there's for the Football World Cup, they set up a screen here. That way that they can produce a lot of space for people to watch live events. I even think Dire Straits played here back in the 80s, man.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, in a swing.
What we're going to do is we're going to look at this fountain.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to figure out what walk we're going to do.
Yeah.
So first we'll have a little look. It's very bright here in Bordeaux, so it's hard to see the comments coming through, but I'll give you one look at this fountain that we're looking at here. And Anthony Webb says there's a great coffee in Bordeaux at Couro Le Peloton Cafe. You know it?
Couro Le Peloton Cafe. You know,
I know Le Peloton in Paris.
Yeah, I'm a geek, so you know.
We just had a coffee we could recommend. That place,
Yes, the Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Yeah, man. Torrefactor. They roast their own beans. Really good.
You have never had a cafe filter, but we're going to work on
No, yeah, later on today.
So what this was just giving you a quick look around Bordeaux. If you're interested in the city and want to travel down here, check out Mike's stuff. Le Map. I've linked it up above. Give him a follow on Facebook. Have a tour.
Yeah, well, like the idea is that the tour is you come down and we've got everything on a map for you. Check out the website. We've got a whole bunch of these things as well.
What more do you need?
Oh, hey, coffee.
As for us, we're about to do a walk show. That's something I think I invented it.
I think so. It's like on Wikipedia it says walk show. Yeah.
That's the page that you wrote, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a half-an-hour walk. We're starting here. We're going to go down to the water. What is the big mirror?
The Miroir d'eau. So it's the water mirror.
The water mirror. Then we're going to go and have some of the local specialty, which we're not going to reveal, but I'm doing that for the Patreon supporters, the people that support the Eiffel Tower, the people that keep this honeymoon rolling along. So I think we'll stop here and head over to that page.
I'm good with that.
But for the rest of you guys, this guy's going to be on the podcast on Thursday.
Yep.
Talking about Bordeauxs and Bordeauxn'ts.
Yeah. The good things to do and the good things not to do.
So that'll be on Thursday, the Earful Tower. We'll see you then.
All right. See you guys.